I feel that soul.
That's that soulful track, yo.
I'm a soulful brother.
Me too, brother.
Gotta ride with it for a second.
Spit that truth, you know what I'm saying? Go in, son. Go in.
Sometimes productions get ripped. I want you to understand I love the ego trip. And lyrically I flip. I am the microchip. I want you to know that I got on the ship. I stuck aboard. They tried to leave this planet. I told them, don't you understand I was granted? Solid. I am deeper than the sand. Deeper than the man. Wrapped in saran. You know your freaking plan. You study the plan is. They try to poison us. You know I can't stand it. Damn it. I don't even need to say it. But I want you to know the truth. I will spray it. I see what you do. Your secrets, societies. Don't you understand? You try to be pious me. You lie to me. You lie to everyone. It doesn't matter. The network, the media is dumb. The TV lies, supplies. The government lies, supplies. Cooking up these FDA pies. Drugs, fentanyl, killing all these people. Don't you understand? They don't think we're equal. They're gonna disappear into the mountains of West Virginia. Or maybe go to Mars. They're the winners. They're the losers. The soul is dirty. Don't you understand? You know I'm kind of flirty. I see her skirting me. There's not time for that. I love these girls, but I'm all about that. The one, the wife, the missus. You see, along with Christine Taylor, she's riding with me. On the road to recovery, been riding so real. You know and understand that it's more than a deal. I give you the meal. I give you all I got. Every shot I drop.
I am hip hop
My last verse will be when I die. And they have
multiplied. My kids are fly.
Don't you understand, son? I'm one of the best. From east to west, I rep on my chest. The center of the country.
You know it's Eric.
Don't you understand? I remember.
All right, y'all. Oh, what's the deal? Your boy is back in the house, in effect, in the place. Kicking some poetry all up in your face. Yo, episode 53, Knowledge is Love podcast. I'm your boy, Eric Taylor. Taylor to you, Astrology, with my sidekick, The Truth.
Hi.
He's snacking and munching. And happy NFL schedule release. You know, see what my Steelers and Jets are doing. And man, I got some doozies coming up. So tonight we're talking Scorpio energy, sun, moon, and rising sign. Hey, what's up? So you can comment, what planet you have in Scorpio or what house your Scorpio's in. And then Sunday night, as we get ready for this lunar eclipse, starts on the 15th and goes into the 16th in the morning, I will have back on Miss Anjani Segrest from Awaken the Dream School and on Instagram, Venus Gemstone. And we will be discussing the Mercury retrograde, the lunar eclipse, full blood Scorpio moon, and all that juicy stuff. So join me and Miss Anjani Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, as we ride into the eclipse together with y'all. That's going to be fun. That's going to be real fun. We might even come on a little bit later, maybe come on at like 7. So then we really ride into the eclipse. We'll see. We'll see. But stay tuned. I'll be posting that up in a day or two for Sunday night. But it's definitely on and popping Sunday night for episode 54. But tonight, oh my gosh. Yeah, man. You see the elevation is growing? All right. The length. Oh man, Scorpio, because you have to get ready, not just for this full moon, but for this lunar eclipse to understand the Scorpio energy. And I am a Scorpio rising. So I figured, you know what should I talk about? And it just so happens at this time, tonight's chart, Libra moon, Taurus sun, Mercury Gemini retrograde, 4 degrees, Scorpio rising sign. Ahora, right now. Okay. And Mars is still in Pisces, Venus and Jupiter are now in Aries, Saturn Aquarius is going to be squaring this eclipse. Yeah, it's powerful, man. I hope you guys are doing well with this energy. Some people have been going through it. And I hope that you can just try to really kind of be in a place of meditation and stillness, because the energy can get really intense and you're not really in control. It's very fated, very karmic energy. Okay, so we're gonna chop it up and get into the sun, moon, and rising of Scorpio. So who's on? Who we got rocking?
Not exactly sure, but Major commented.
All right, what up, Major?
Hey, they're new.
Yeah, how you doing? Let me know where your Scorpio's at, and if you got any planets there, what house it's in. So I wanted to, start off with the Scorpio Sun sign. You know those people. End of October to rock into about November 18th or 19th. Well, I guess if you want to go to the latest degree, probably I guess the 20th. I think the 21st starts that Sag. But then you're, 28, 29, 0, 1, 2, you're getting into that cusp, that 5-day orb of that. That's a tricky cusp. That Scorpio Sagittarius cusp. It's the one before a cusp of prophecy, Sag Cap. Always forget the name. Oh, cusp of revolution. Excuse me, allergies. I think Joe DiMaggio might be on that cusp. I'm a diehard Yankees fan. Hey, what's going on? Who's that?
Holly, Olivia said hello.
Hey, Olivia. Or Holly,
and then
Olivia?
Major said rising fire.
Rising fire.
With a fire emoji, rising.
Oh, are you Scorpio rising? Okay, well, welcome.
And
That's
then
me too.
Callie said, Scorpio rising conjunct Pluto.
Oh my God, I love it. Scorpio rising's in the house. I'm a Scorpio rising, so I salute you guys. I know your journey. I know your plight. I know your power. And understand that Sagittarius second house is what keeps us golden. We're always good. When the stuff looks like it's hitting the fan, we just have some little luck and fortune to just give us the money that we need to keep us shining, moving, and grooving. So, one thing I want to share about, if you guys are not aware, Scorpio, sun, moon, and risings. If you have this, moniker in your natal birth chart, it is intense, but it's a blessing. But I'll say this: you got to salute your mom, because that means that mom had a difficult pregnancy and or difficult birth with you. Okay. And it's about 98, 99% accurate. I've never seen it not be accurate, but this means C-section, breech, preeclampsia, born too early, the umbilical cord around the neck, like all types of different situations and scenarios. But I know with all of my clients, it's been 100%. And then I know in my own family with myself, my father, my niece, my nephew, my sons, all have Scorpio placements, whether it's sun, moon, or rising. And each scenario, it was a difficult pregnancy or birth for the mother. Okay. My wife went preeclamptic with the twins, and they have a Scorpio moon, just to give you a personal example. Okay. So it's kind of interesting and fascinating. And so I just wanted to throw that out there for you guys. And Pluto on the ascendant conjunct the moon. Wow. I get you. I get you.
Major said, it's good to be here. Thank you for your time and absolutely about being the Sagittarius second house.
Yeah, Major. I mean, that's
And then Major said here, he said, very underdeveloped lungs. I almost died twice.
What? Oh my gosh. Sorry, I got to clean my sunglasses the ghetto way because I didn't clean them since I got them all wet from crazy water and splashing and all that good stuff. Yeah, that's that's pretty intense. You know, that placement, it's one of those situations where we have to really thank our mothers and just the birthing experience. You know, a lot of people take giving birth for granted, but the mortality rates can be, it's no joke. I mean, women can die. But then you also had women who were like working in the fields, slaves who were giving birth and give birth and then boom and then get back to work. So, it's something that women have done since the beginning of time. We don't take it for granted. We respect and honor women and the divine feminine, especially on my channel. I got love for the ladies and my mom in heaven and my wife, all that good stuff, and all the mothers out there. Hope everybody had a blessed Mother's Day.
Callie said, "Oh wow, my mom only mentioned being uncomfortable during pregnancy. I'll ask her again." And then
she was more than uncomfortable, Callie. She was.
Major said, "As above, so below."
Yes, Major. Yes, and I'm so glad you guys are both on, and I'm sure my usual folks will be coming on, but I'm so excited because you guys are new to my live. So welcome, and please come back Sunday night. Like I said, 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. Eastern, not official yet, but definitely Sunday night with Anjani Seagrass from Awaken the Dream School. We'll be talking about this lunar eclipse coming up. But I wanted to, on this episode, talk about the Scorpio energy because there's a lot for us to learn right now in Taurus season with the South Node in Scorpio and the North Node in Taurus and just everything that's happening. Okay. So the Scorpio archetype, traditional ruler Mars, modern ruler Pluto. Okay. Scorpio is a fixed water sign that is now, if you watch my videos and make sure, and please, after the show, you guys like or share, subscribe, if you have, whatever, but please comment after the show's over so it boosts it up in the ratings. I greatly appreciate that. I'm trying to grow this channel and my business and blow things up. And, I getting ready in the fall to teach Introduction to Basic Astrology. And I would invite you to come to Astrological Coffee Talk with Eric. I've been doing these meetings, 90 minutes over Zoom, building community where I teach an astrology lesson and we share insights and placements together. I've been doing it since February. It's been a stone groove, got a nice solid group of people, coming, and Sunday, June 12th. I usually do the second Sunday of the month, and this will, because I was going to do the third, but that's Father's Day. So Sunday, June 12th, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific over Zoom. It's only $15. And you book it at tailoredtoyoucoaching@gmail.com. You can do PayPal, Cash App, whatever. But you email me, I send you the Zoom link. And it is so much fun. And this is what we got to do, right? Saturn, Aquarius, Pluto getting ready to go into Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. It's about building community, which we saw like just a year ago with the booms and podcasts and the North Node and Gemini for that 18 months. We have to build community, and we can do it over the internet and grow this astrology community. And you could be around like-minded people and learn. I mean, $15, you could spend that at Starbucks in one day, right? But you learn a great astrology lesson. I mean, last month I did a whole breakdown on moon placements and got into the powerful planet Pluto. Yeah. So we'll talk about that. And I hope, what's her name again? Holly or Callie?
Callie.
Callie.
I said, I'm excited to be here. I just so happened to find you while scrolling the home feed. And then,
Oh, really? That's
Callie
awesome.
said, "I'll be sure to comment."
Oh, thank you so much, Callie. But Callie, make sure you watch my Pluto first house video. Okay. And my Scorpio moon video. I attached in here my Scorpio playlist. So you can see all things Scorpio for your rising. I did that one so long ago. I might redo my rising sign series just because I have better technology now and my hair was shorter, and and it's not about vanity, but just it was so long ago. But I think I might redo that. But I just got so much stuff to do, and I do astrological life coaching. I do birth charts, numerology readings, all different types of services. And you can always read in the descriptions and check out my website, tailoredtocoaching.com. But I also have, along with the coffee talk, but I also do relationship coaching. And I have an 11-week program helping you increase your self-love and getting you prepared for potential future mate or soulmate, yada, yada, yada.
Oh, Mad Gaming's here.
There we go. Another Scorpio rising. Yo, we got the crew in the house. Mad Gaming's in the house. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? I hope you're doing good. You know, this energy, this South Node is on our ascendant. So I'll get to the ascendant last. Scorpio Sun Signs. The energies are all similar, but understand your sun is ego, vitality, spirit, personality, your father, your creativity, your authority, right? It's the Jyotish and the Vedic. It's your light. You see so much from your sun. Your moon, this is your emotions. The sun's also your expression. The moon is how you emotionally react. It's your feelings, your intuition, right? Your body, your health, your family, your mother. More like the Pluto in terms of it being in ancient times. Some of this felt it was your soul. The ascendant sets up your chart ruler. It's super important. And you guys, I'm Western Tropical. I use the whole sign system. Don't look at that Placidus. It can confuse you and mess your chart up. Whole sign system. And that's what the ancients used. Way back in ancient Kemet, Alexandria, Hellenistic astrology, whole sign system. Okay,
Callie said, "I can't wait to view them. You'll be seeing more of me for sure."
Oh, thank you, Callie.
Callie said, "Oh, I forgot to mention my South Node is in the first house too."
Woo, girl. You need to hit me up for a birth chart reading. Goodness gracious. So then we're really talking to you right now because you're having that nodal return with the North Node in Taurus in the 7th house. Now, Callie, just so you know, a little quick thing for you, North Node in Taurus, 7th house, you can become a little obsessive about relationships and partnerships. Sometimes when you have the North Node in Taurus, and you can let me know if you have other planets in there, you can have, not in Taurus, but the North Node in the 7th house, you can have more than one marriage. I'm just saying. You're not wishing any divorce on you or anything like that if you're married, but that is something that can definitely happen when you have the North Node in the 7th house, okay? And so the Scorpio Sun, right? Sometimes they can be emotional punks. I'm not hating. I love Scorpio energy. I am it myself, although I'm a Virgo Sun. And I say this as a term of endearment and kind of poking fun at Scorpios because I love them dearly. Virgo, Scorpio, with the same glyph, very close, and Libra came and separated the energy, dark side and light side. But what happens is with Scorpios, they are very private, secretive, vague, and because trust is a big issue, especially for the Scorpio.
Oh, Jennifer donated $10. Said, "Hi, Eric and Slan. Hope the family is good."
Oh, is that Jennifer Sweet?
Yeah.
My sweet. Thank you, Jennifer. How you doing, lady? Hope you're good. You better come to Coffee Talk in June 12th, 1 p.m. Eastern, Sunday over Zoom. Come on, Jen. We're missing you. But anyway, what's going on with the Scorpio is that trust is the big issue, right? Scorpio, you guys, everybody thinks, oh, Scorpio, sex. Scorpio is about merging of souls. It's deep intimacy and connection. You could say Gemini and Leo are more sexual, I mean, Scorpio is definitely top 5, probably like 3. But they get that moniker because they rule the private area, organs and the elimination organs. You know what I mean? So people equate them with sex. And yes, they are very sexy. Right? Scorpio rising, sun and moon, that energy, because it's mysterious. That's the Pluto. And it's fiery water with the Mars, right? So it's very passionate water, although the fixed water is more like the deep, dark, murky lake, where Pisces is the ocean, and then Cancer is like the pond, the stream, and the river. The pond, the river, right? But the Scorpio is like that deep, deep lake that's dark, and it's more like fixed than just still water. Okay. So one thing you have to understand with the Scorpio sun sign, I have found and noticed that they are less empathic and intuitive than the moon and the ascendant. And it's not a judgment or hating, it's just from doing chart after
Jennifer
chart
said
after
I'm
chart.
planning on it. I'm marking it down.
Okay,
and
Jennifer.
Then really quick, Major said, I'm a Virgo sun as well, Gemini moon.
Oh wow. Okay. And well, I'm a cat moon, but we are brothers. Major. Major's a man, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
And then Callie said, thanks for the tidbits of info. There are no planets there. North Node is at 0 degrees Taurus. I'll hush now. Hello.
Oh yeah. Well. Okay, but yeah, I just want you to know that, you know what I mean? I mean, you're still, young enough that you don't have to be getting married yet. But I just want to give you that knowledge and that insight because it's real. And, you're very magnetic anyway with the Pluto and the moon and the Scorpio ascendant. So I'm sure you're an interesting young lady. I can only imagine. Now, also Scorpio sun signs, right? Because remember, the sun is at home in Leo, right? And it falls or debilitated in Aquarius, exalted in Aries, falls in Libra. So when the sun's in Scorpio, right, that's a square. The sun, it doesn't hate it or love it. It's cool being in Scorpio, okay? And that's how you have to look at the sun. You have to understand that like Aries, Leo, energy, and understanding that it's different. Like, well, for the moon, it's in its fall because it's exalted in Taurus, right? So each planetary placement in the sign has a different energy and vibration. So Scorpio suns, they don't always know how to express their feelings and emotions, which is why they get pretty ranked high. Like Cancer sun, the highest for murder and psychopaths killing people. Scorpio suns, and this is out of the water signs, and the water signs more than any of the others. The Pisces sun, the most for addictions, alcohol and drugs. And then the Scorpio sun, the highest for like domestic violence. So what happens with Scorpio sun, when they do fall in love, it's ride or die. And it's very much like this merging of the souls and intimacy. And so when they allow themselves to get vulnerable, they're not really trying to have you bounce on them. That is devastating and hurtful. And this is also why sometimes they can seem unattainable, because they don't want to commit first because they don't ever want to be vulnerable and hurt in terms of a breakup in a relationship. So that is a really serious issue for Scorpio sun signs. Now, they're brilliant, making money, manifesting, they're great for police, detective, investigation, anything in the medical field, right? They're very much about like banking and just, working really hard to make money. They are introspective because, water and earth signs are feminine energy. So they are introspective, but out of the earth and water, they are the least introspective because of that Mars energy. Because the Mars energy goes outwardly. It's that action energy. They're not receiving, they're releasing, attacking. Okay. So understand that about Scorpio. It's sort of like the Virgo Mercury in the sense that like Mercury is like more for the air signs, but then Virgo is like an earth sign that's got more air to it. So Scorpio is the water sign that has more fire to it. When you're dealing with the Scorpio moon, because it's debilitated, they can have explosive emotions. I mean, Scorpio moon, they wear their emotions on the sleeve. And Callie, I will let you know this. You've got to, when Scorpio moons are feeling whatever they're feeling, upset, angry, you have to release it and let it out. Because if you do not, you can physically hurt yourself and damage yourself. Stress, anxiety. Like you've got to feel your emotions, go through it, and then release it, let it go. Okay, that's really key, even just for your own mental, psychological health, but literally for the physical. This can create a lot of things for the health, for reproductive organs, for, colon, all that stuff. It's very important for Scorpio moons to, excuse me, let me turn the air up for a second. Scorpio moons to really just like, I think I gotta let it go. Another love TKO. They gotta get their crazy out. But as I always tell you, in fall or debilitated planets, it is not a death sentence. Scorpio moons.
Kylie said, "Oh, I'm a Sagittarius moon."
Oh, you're a Sag moon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, she also said, "I have Pluto, South Node, and Scorpio in the first house."
Okay, I thought you had the moon there too. Okay, just the Pluto. Cool. Sag moon. My wife's got a Sag moon. Y'all are something else. But anyway, with that moon in Scorpio, they are very psychic. They can be great healers, very good with like Reiki, any type of occult knowledge and mysticism, magic, right? Tarot, numerology, human design, all of it. Okay. That's a very powerful, the Scorpio moon, even though it's debilitated, that just means you have to work harder with controlling and balancing your emotions. Doesn't mean that you're not no joke. Okay. Scorpio moons can be extremely like a little bit of the shape-shifting energy too. The problem is controlling the emotions when they react. When they have, anger or disappointment or frustrations or whatever, not going into a rage, tearing stuff up, ripping things up and hurting people and this and that. Scorpio moons, sometimes they can like black out and lose it. And then they wake up and then like the whole room is bloody. Nobody wants that. Right. So, it's just about really trying to harness and control and understand the emotions and not to bottle them up and not feel them, but to feel them genuinely, but remove yourself from the situation. Right. You can get hot headed, then move away from the vehicle. Don't get into the argument. Lose your shiz in private, walk away. Okay. And that's the best way to really deal with that energy in a healthy, manner. You know what I mean? So you're not getting into crazy stuff, but they can be really, really deep writers, and they have this deep sixth sense, the Scorpio moons. Very empathic, very sensitive to energies, you know. And then with the Scorpio risings, you guys, and then we can start talking about Jennifer and different people. You could share where your Scorpio placement is at and your energy or any planets you have in there. And I'll answer some questions. But the Scorpio rising, right, this sets up your chart ruler. So when you have Scorpio rising, Mars is the first chart ruler you look at. So you look in your chart and see like, okay, where do I have Mars? And it will light up and put an emphasis on that house. So let's say if you're Scorpio rising and then you got Mars in the fifth house, then you got to really focus on the kids and creativity and speculative gains and, you know, education and dating and romance and all that stuff, right? That's the fifth. Mars lights up that fifth house. Ninth house, it would be your beliefs, philosophies, right? You know, wisdom, higher learning, knowledge, your father's teachings, all that stuff. So look for the Mars, then you would look to see where your Pluto's at. But the Mars first, if you're Scorpio rising. So it sets up the chart ruler, but Scorpio risings, like I said before, it's a gift from the ancestors. It's like the ancestors are saying, we got you and we're watching over you. You're going to go through, and all these placements go through it. I think you tend to see it more with the rising sign. You're going to go through the pain, the trauma, and the crises, and major ones. 3 to 6 in your lifetime.
Funny, Major just comes in. Major said, I've got Mars and Pluto and first both in Sagittarius.
Oh, both in the Sagittarius in the second house?
Mm-hmm. Wait, no. First.
Okay. See, you guys are looking at the Placidus. So you got to really look at the whole sign system. Go to astro.com, right? Because your rising sign shouldn't be in the 12th house. Your rising sign is the first house. So if you're a Scorpio rising, then you wouldn't have Sagittarius in the first house. You got it? So you want to really look at your sign, your chart, right? So that's why you go to astro.com. Don't use Cafe, Astrology, or some of these that only just, you know, the default is the Placidus system. Because Placidus, with the interceptions, it throws off your chart and your energy. Now, there's plenty of modern astrologers that use Placidus. And there's nothing wrong with it. Different tools can still get to the same result. But when it dissolves a planetary placement, so let's just say, right, you're Scorpio rising, you have Aquarius in the fourth house. And let's say you have Saturn there. You're going through your Saturn return. Or let's just say you had Juno and Vesta and Chiron, but you're using Placidus, and then it says you're Scorpio, Sag, Cap, and then it skips Aquarius and goes to Pisces in the fourth. Well, that throws off your chart because it doesn't mean that you don't have your Chiron and Vesta and Ceres and Juno. They're very important, even though the asteroids and stuff like that, even your part of fortune, whatever. So that's what I mean. And the interceptions will be, you know, you look online, it says, oh, it's harder to access the energy. It dissolves the energy, da-da-da. Baloney. The whole sign system starts off with Scorpio, Sag, Cap, Aquarius, Pisces, goes all the way around, and Libra in the 12th house. Okay. And I'm telling you, it's the most accurate system. Now, you know, you can look at the sidereal with the Vedic. You know, I think if you're born in the Western Hemisphere, you should use Western Tropical whole sign. If you're born in Asia, India, Africa, you should use the sidereal Vedic. It's my personal opinion. I do look at principles of the Vedic because I think it's brilliant as well. And there's insights that you can find and see. Like I look at Jupiter as the husband in a woman's chart. Okay, Venus is the wife and love language. You also look at the asteroid Juno, right, as an indicator in the 7th house. So these are different things that you should know and be, you know, learning about and checking out, okay? So back to the Scorpio rising. Now, the one thing you'll also notice with the Scorpio risings is that they will, that fixed access Scorpio or
Major real quick said is what I meant. It's Scorpio first house with Pluto and Mars both in Sagittarius is what I meant.
Oh, in the second house. Okay.
And then Mad Gaming said Mars 10th house and Pluto first house.
So it lights up, Matt Gaming, it lights up your 10th house for career, right? And when you have Mars in the 10th house, it's kind of good like having the sun, because the 10th house is the jungle, right? You're out in the workplace, the career, the legacy, the fame, how you're known, your reputation, the public image. Now, it could be your midheaven, but your midheaven could be 9th, 10th, or 11th, unless you were born in the North Pole, and then it could be in the 7th house or, whatever. But for the most part, most people, I've never had a client that didn't have it in the 9th, 10th, or 11th, okay? So, maybe one day I'll have someone born in some random wild place that, has it maybe even in the 8th house, who knows? So, what can happen though, you guys, with the Scorpio rising, when you look at the 7th house, the other half, the Taurus, there is that desire for a partner that is there's like a purity of the Taurus energy, the Venus, right? It's about the values. It's about quality. It's about, beauty. It's a different beauty from the Libra, but Taurus and Libra still have that Venus access, right? So, but Scorpio risings are attracted to, even if it's a male or female that has it, they're attracted to something that's more refined and classy, right? Someone that's more pure and more like looks good, smells good. You know what I mean? Like that whole type of Taurus energy. Taurus in the 7th house is very sensual and spiritual. So like right now, we're going with so much with Uranus, North Node, and Sun in Taurus, right? And we're dealing with just the South Node, and then, soon the blood full moon and the lunar eclipse in Scorpio. So when you look at that axis, right now we're saying, okay, we've got to move towards the Taurus energy, right? Being more grounded. What do we value, right? Increasing our self-worth and self-love. What material items mean something to us, right? How do we earn our money? How do we survive with the food we eat? And how do we use our 5 senses for our, speech and skills and earnings and different things? This is very much Taurus is very much ruling, banking, the financial systems, which is why you're having such flux with the Uranus there, right? Uranus is at home in Aquarius, exalted in Scorpio. So Uranus in Taurus, not so bueno, right? Uranus in Taurus is like hashtag New Earth. That's why you're seeing food supply shortages, the mad stuff with the stock market and Reddit and food supply shortage, all this different stuff that's been going on, the crazy weather patterns. Have you guys been going through it? I know it's been crazy, like all over, from people I know, from Wisconsin to New Mexico to Las Vegas to Cali to Arizona. It's been crazy windy. So I don't know where you guys lived. Have you noticed the last 3 weeks, the last 5 weeks, last month? It's like windy every single day. It's crazy. It's fascinating. Now you could have different theories to why that is. I think it could be Uranus and Taurus. It could be other things too. Stuff we could talk about on Coffee Talk, not on YT. But when you have the South Node in Scorpio, there is a real lesson right now that wherever Scorpio is in your chart, look at that house, and you have to understand it's time to surrender, let go of control, power, right? Obsession. your power comes from, especially Pluto and Scorpio generation, your power comes from learning to trust yourself.
Okay.
Wait, one second. Trust in someone you care for, you're intimate with or love, and trust in God, right? Hashtag deep water faith, hashtag faith over fear. But it's learning to surrender, let go, and let God in your life. And that's what we are called to do right now with the Scorpio South Node energy. Read. I'll get back to it.
Okay. So, let's see.
We got a bunch there.
Let me see. Where should I start?
Probably like here, right now.
I have Pluto. No, we already read that. Okay, well, Amara said Pluto and midheaven in Scorpio 10th house. I always get tripped up with the MC instead of MD, but
Yeah.
MH, I should say. Anyway,
some people put MH, some people put MC.
Yeah.
Hey, Amaris, I'm gonna be working on your chart.
Callie said, oh wow, Mars is in 3rd house along with Neptune. And then Amara said Mars 7th house, Leo. And then Jennifer said, I'm Scorpio and Cancer, and in Cancer in 12th house containing Mars.
Who said that?
Jennifer.
Jennifer has what? Say it again.
I'm Scorpio in the 4th house and Cancer in the 12th house containing Mars.
And
then Jennifer said my boyfriend Tony's a Scorpio rising. I'm Taurus / Gemini cusp with Gemini rising. And then Callie said, yes, I've noticed the changes in Florida.
Florida with the weather?
Very windy.
It's crazy. It's really crazy. And Jennifer, that's good that you have a Scorpio rising boyfriend. God bless him. You know, yeah, definitely windy. But understand, even having the Scorpio in the 4th house, Jennifer, you know, that's very... Are you Scorpio Pluto generation too, Jennifer? Let me know. Because having Scorpio in the 4th house, things were a little intense. There might have been some pain and trauma and crises in the home. Some intensity, some intense emotions. Some people who were involved in healing modalities, you know? One thing about the Scorpio energy is that you'll find, so most people that work in any type of medical field, you'll find these sort of archetypes, right? Aries, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, Pisces. Those are the top 5 for any type of medical, Western, and then even, you know, homeopathic, naturopathic, you know, like you'll find, you know, even if they're like a Libra sun sign, they got the Capricorn rising, right? Or a Virgo moon, you know what I mean? So those, you know, a lot of Aries energy, you could have people that work in the ER, same with Scorpio, right? That Mars is not afraid of the sudden events of the 8th house. They're not afraid of the blood and the trauma. They're not afraid of quickly assessing and moving and blah, 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 blah. We got to do this and that, right? And you could see like what you have in your 8th house, and I can tell you the story, like how you deal with sudden events, how you deal with the death and rebirth access, that thin veil between the physical and spiritual realm, which you see in the 8th and 12th house, Scorpio, Pisces. See, Scorpio, and this is what I didn't tell you guys, is Scorpio rising. And Jennifer, you might know this about your boyfriend, or if he shared it with you. And depending on his age, he might not even be aware of this yet. But if he is, you know, maybe he hasn't shared it with you, or maybe he has. Scorpio risings, it's almost like literally they have X-ray vision, in the sense that they can see through you in the spiritual realm to see if you're full of shiz, you're the real deal, good intentions, bad intentions, fake people, real people, that type of stuff, right? So when I meet people, it's almost like it's an X-ray machine. And it's like when I see them, it's like they're almost like naked to me, because I can see through you. I can see through the fakeness, the veils, the, putting on the charade and like trying to be something that you're really not, And I think sometimes this is why people are intimidated by Scorpio risings, right? Because they have the darker, mysterious eyes, right? That's penetrating, that looks through people. Scorpio rising, it's almost like wearing like X-ray vision glasses at night, like seeing, and so that's why, if, even if you just do a textbook read of it, they see the reality of life. And that's why sometimes Scorpio risings are very private, or very, I don't want to say unfriendly, because that's not the case at all. I'm very friendly. But it's an energy where you don't, Scorpio risings more so than the moon and sun. I would say rising then sun do not like small talk, right? Small talk can be very irritating for Scorpio sun and rising. The moon is different, but because your sun will play in and your rising will play in more for that effect of the chit chat and small talk stuff. The moon's different. So, excuse me, Scorpio rising and Scorpio sun signs. Now I can do the small talk. I can schmooze with the best of them. That's that Virgo Mercury that I have and Virgo Sun. But I don't like small talk. Because what's Scorpio about, you guys? About being real, about the truth, about being deep, investigating, introspection, right? Scorpios don't want the fluff. They want to see your soul. Who the hell are you? You know what I mean? That's pretty intense, right? But
okay, Jennifer said, okay, just for the quick, Callie said, woohoo, Jennifer, because of
yeah,
boyfriend. And then Callie said, Callie LOL, or Jennifer said, Callie LOL, responding. And then Jennifer said, we've been together 12 years. We've known each other since we were 5 years old. We're both 50.
Whoa. That's intense.
Callie said, I absolutely hate small talk. Dating is a nightmare.
Yeah, I know, Callie. God bless you. I know. Small talk sucks. Because, and people, so this is even more pressure on a woman, right? If you're Scorpio rising, because Scorpios, if we're into you, we don't really want to waste time. We want to merge. We want to merge and find out, are we compatible and connecting? Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't want to waste time, because if we can't connect in that spiritual sense, then we can't really work it out. You know what I mean? And so the small talk is, I know sometimes when I was single and used to go on dates, that small talk game would be like so irritating. And I'd be like, yeah. And, oh, yeah, so where'd you grow up? And, oh, yeah, and where'd you go to school? And, and you're like, oh, my God, like, you just want to like rip their skull open and be like, who are you? Who sent you? Do you work for the government? Scorpios are like, yo, can I trust you? Because for Scorpios, you guys, and this is all three, sun, moon, and rising, we want to know, can we trust you with our lives? Are you ride or die like that? Are you about it? No games. See, Scorpio sometimes doesn't have patience for the lighter like energies, like, oh, the fun Aries and then Scorpio's like, oh my God, like, can you just take a nap and calm all that down? You know what I mean? Like, Scorpio is so intense sometimes. And I don't want it to come off like Scorpio energy can't have fun, because that's not the case. Scorpios are a lot of fun. They just like some substance behind it, right? So here's an example. Like, we're not talking about them tonight, but Scorpio Mercury, they don't like small talk either, because their language of communicating and how they are with their hands, it's more about intensity and intimacy. So they can be the Reiki healer, the massage therapist, the counselor, the therapist, like whatever. But they like deep music, spiritual, something that's got deep lyrics, right? Intelligent lyrics, things that are like, deep melodic, like, like Portishead or Massive Attack or Tricky or 07 or like deep, heavy, intense stuff. And Scorpios don't necessarily like the silly, stupid fluff, They much rather read a murder mystery than a romance novel. Does that make sense? And so, I think that where you have to be careful with Scorpio energy is they are known to be vengeful. And yes, that, but it's, I don't find, and this is more with the sun and the moon than the rising. The sun and the moon, they might, want to taste that blood for revenge more than the rising. The rising, they're not, right? Because the seventh house is the other half, and that's Taurus. So they're not thinking about the revenge like that. Now they will, you'll be dead to them, and they can have no mercy. But I find as Scorpio risings get older and more mature, they have less patience for people, but they have more compassion. Does that make sense? So they will remove themselves from silliness and stupidity, but then they can have more compassion for people that are going through whatever they're going through in life. They'll be like, I get it. I've been through stuff. Because Scorpio risings have been through stuff. Your boy's been through stuff, right? I got to go see the doctor tomorrow, see if I can get an MRI on my knees and my shoulders. And I'm still healing from a coma and almost dying. Okay? So go ahead.
Yeah, let's see. Jennifer said he is a secret keeper, but I always find out he lies when there's no need to. And then Callie said exactly with a bunch of laughing emojis.
That's funny. See, and the funny thing is, now I don't lie. And I equate that with my Scorpio rising, but it's also very much Virgo, Sun, Mercury, and Mars. But yeah, I don't lie. But I can be very private about certain things, but I definitely don't lie. So that's interesting. Okay. That is interessante. Now, also, you'll find, and I want you guys to really understand this with this whole axis and this lunar eclipse coming. And remember, Sunday night, you come on with me and Anjani Seagrass from Awaken the Dream School. And please go follow her channel too. Oh, and you guys, I'll put the link up after the show. And I put it in my community. Go to my community and click on the link. Go check out my wife's.
Oh, Callie said you're 100% spot on. Sorry to hear about your coma.
Oh, thank you so much, Callie. Yeah, your boy almost died. I was 40 days in a coma, 85 days out of the house. It was a combo of corona and valley fever, and just, not getting what I was supposed to get in the hospital and stuff like that. Oh, whatever. I'll write the book or the movie one day about it, But please go to my community and click on the picture there and the link, and go follow my wife's YouTube channel. She just started it, and you could check out her on Instagram and the website. It's Sabali, Sabali. It means patience, right? Sabali, pure face and body. She does organic and vegan body and skincare. She's starting off with trace mineral deodorants, no chemicals. Her packaging is compostable. She's doing it, y'all. Okay. And yeah, please go follow her on Instagram, pure, Sabali, pure face and body, and here on YouTube. Help build up her channel. And I'll have her on in a couple of weeks. She's also doing lip balms, really amazing. All 4 seasons, different flavors. Like, well, she got cherry lychee, she's got vanilla chai something, and watermelon peppermint or watermelon mint, and then another melon one. Like, it's, oh my God, so good. And she then will be coming out with body sprays. Really proud of her and really great. She had a company before, Quench Naturel, and it dissolved, but they had like about 30 different products. So she's starting off small with the first 3, then she'll slowly build. And, she's just not going to wind up doing 30 again, but, she's got some really good stuff, and it's cleaner than any of these companies, because they lie to you and they tell you, oh, it's natural and this and that. And she's got a video that's like one of her pet peeves. People say, oh, it's natural, and it's like not natural. And you have to read your ingredient list, you guys, because they put preservatives and water and stuff, and that creates mold, and then the preservatives aren't healthy for you. My wife doesn't use any water. Everything is, she's got shea butter, lippe butter. She's got diatomaceous earth. Amazing healing properties.
The water dries out your skin more.
And the water dries out your skin. Yes, see, the truth knows. But, and he just did a commercial this week, a voiceover. So he was handling his BI, making that cream, right? Like Wu-Tang, blue and cream, cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, y'all. That's the Virgo rising. So another thing. Scorpio sun and moon, somewhat the rising, growing up sometimes. Now, this is all of them. You might see them wear a lot of black and red. I'm guilty of it. I love black. I love red. I like my black and gold with the Pittsburgh Steelers, but love black and red. But they...
Awakening Dream School's here.
There she is, Miss Anjani Seagrass, Awakening Dream School. You guys go follow her page, and we're going to rock Sunday night. And Anjani, I was telling them 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, but we maybe, because the start of the lunar eclipse, right, goes from the 15th to the 16th, but it starts at 10:27 p.m. Eastern. So maybe we should come on 7 p.m. Pacific, which would be 10 p.m. Eastern. So while we're on, the eclipse is happening. But we'll talk about that off air. You can comment down below here or whatever. But yes, go please follow Anjani on Instagram. It's Venus Gemstone. And then here on YouTube, Awaken the Dream School. So, but understand.
I believe you can also just click on the name in the comments too. But
yeah, well,
YouTube changed that though.
Yeah, but the thing is, you guys, this Scorpio archetype, and when you're dealing with the sun, moon, and rising, yes, they love the mystery. They love the wearing black and red, but they also love like deep, sensual music, things that are very melodic, and artists that are like, you'll tend to see, like if you went to your friend's house, right, and you were looking through their music library and their book library, you'd be like, whoa, you like some heavy stuff. Yes, they do. Now, don't get me wrong. I know personally, Scorpio Suns and other Scorpio placements that, they like, like popular music, like commercial rap or this and that or whatever. So it's not every Scorpio's deep. It's not every Scorpio moon is deep. It's not every Scorpio rising. But for the most part, separate from upbringing, they're going to like lyrics that are penetrating, that are real. Like, you know what I mean? Like for me, I'd rather watch the really deep indie film that's got like the great acting and the great script compared to like, I never got the whole thing with like Fast and Furious Part 10 and 5 and 3 and 1. Like, it's boring. That doesn't do anything for me. Just shoot 'em up, bang, bang car. Like, it's like childish. But that's, and maybe it's my Scorpio rising and maybe it's my Virgo sun, Mercury, Mars. I don't know. But
got some comments to catch up.
I like depth. You know what I mean? And the Scorpio energy in general, though, even though they can be secretive and vague, and yes, you can have some that lie and manipulate, and understand when you are doing these things, that's a low vibration energy. And for any of you guys, just stay away from toxic people, right? We're at a critical time where you cannot afford to be around energy vampires, right? Right. And I saw somebody on Instagram and they said it, and I was laughing, but it's so true, right? So if you have an alarm on your car and on your house and on your computer and protection and this and that and your debit card, but you don't have anything to protect your time and your energy, you have got to guard your time and your energy. Don't let people steal and waste your time with foolishness. Time, that's the greatest currency you have. So you have to be very wise who you share time with, and even when you're sharing it, what are you giving, and what are you receiving from that time, right? Is it intimacy? Is it business building? Is it wisdom gaining? Is it wisdom teaching, sharing? What's the exchange, right? Because even with friends or whatever. So let's say I'm talking to Anjani and we're texting, we're exchanging knowledge to one another. So it's an equal balance of time and connecting about doing another astrology show together, right? But that's the respect. And it's like, I don't want to waste her time. And I know she doesn't want to waste my time. And there's a respect factor, right? And so you want to give respect and you want to get respect. And your time is of the most importance. Okay? So please do not get into games with energy vampires and people manipulating you and Debbie Downers and like, oh, my life sucks. I'm like, okay, so then change it. I can't talk right now. I got to go. I'm working. You know what I mean? Like you want to be positive to people, but you don't want to just sit there with people who are stagnant and keep running into the wall. And then anytime you give them advice and drop jewels on them, they don't want to take it. And they want to just know that they're right in living wrong the way that they've been doing it. You understand? Because there's some people are hard-headed. They don't ever want to change. And change is hard. It's challenging. It's where you're uncomfortable. But that's where you have the most growth and blessings. The squares and oppositions, right? That 1st to 4th house square, that 7th to 10th house square, the 1st to 7th house opposition. If your whole chart is sextiles and trines, you can get real lazy. That easy flow energy, you can get real lazy and take it for granted. And then you want to know why, oh, I've got this great chart, but nothing, I'm not wealthy. I'm not this, I'm not that. It's because you're not changing. You're not growing. You're staying stagnant and lazy like a fat cat getting petted all day. All right? Length and elevation. You want to always grow and get uncomfortable because that's when God steps in and blesses you. What's up?
I just want to go take a nap. Not really. Okay.
No, we got new.
I'm just saying.
No.
It's like a metaphor.
Yeah.
Not really. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. The truth. Okay. That's how it's important to me. I named my firstborn Truth.
Jennifer.
William Truth Taylor.
Jennifer Sweet said, he bought me my own house. We spent half the week. Together. We love each other, but drive each other crazy. This works. And then Callie said,
That's
I
great.
literally asked people, what are your intentions? Because I'm busy. Intentions because I'm busy.
Yeah, no, definitely, Callie.
Major said death mental or death metal.
Death metal. That's dope. Okay.
And then Jennifer said, Callie, you're funny. And then Callie said, they still give me fluff. And then Callie said, oh, thanks. And then Callie said, you're 100%. Oh, yeah, I told you about this.
Well, yeah, because that's the thing, right? They still give you fluff. And then you're just like, see, and this is the thing. And I used to go through this when I was dating. I was single. Like sometimes I would get so irritated. Like, so I don't have patience for like stupidity or dumb folks. I don't. And see, for me as a Scorpio rising, I'm not like, I'm the wrong one. Like, I don't start you off at 100 and then you do things and you get lower. I start you at 0. I start everybody I meet at 0, and you have to prove to me that you are intelligent, kind, talented, smart, funny, sweet, thoughtful. I start you at 0. I'm like, I don't know you from nowhere. Why am I going to start you at 100? Right? Because most people show you that they're freaking dumb as dirt. So why am I going to start you off at 100? Right? I'd rather over-explain myself and tell you details, like when workers come to work on the house and they got to fix something or whatever, right? I'd rather prepare. I used to go through this all the time in New York. When there was something wrong with the radiator and they had to fix it, and I'd be like, okay, this is what's happening. This is a da, 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 da. I'd rather, over-explain so then they have the information and details so they can get in and get it done the proper way, instead of assuming that they know what the heck they're doing. And then they go in there and they make a mess of it, and then it's a clown show. And they'll be like, oh, well, nobody said anything to me. And then, because that makes you want to what? Punch them in their face when they say something stupid like that. So this is why you have to be like, look, don't assume that people know anything. That's where you're wrong. Be like straight up, like, okay, I'd rather talk to you like you're a dummy, so then that way I know that you know everything that I need you to do to get done. Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? And I don't mean it to be disrespectful, because I'm never disrespectful to anybody. I treat workers that work on my home or anything like that, I treat people like top notch.
Oh, Jennifer just said, sometimes I think I'm a genius because there are so many dummies on the world.
Because what? Because there's so many dummies?
So many dummies, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Awaken Dream School said, Scorpio, or no, that's Virgo men be hiding things. Like, that's not Virgo. It's like the M with like a little thing at the end. That's Scorpio?
Scorpio's got the arrow going out.
Okay.
She said Scorpio men be hiding things. Yes, Scorpio Sun Sign man.
And then Jennifer Sweet said, I love candles and wax. I love candles and wax melts. I'm a smoker. Wink, wink. Callie said, congratulations on the voiceover. Thank you.
Yeah, he did a good job. He was in and out of there like so fast, and his little brother went, who's taking acting classes as well, and they let him get in the studio booth and do his little Jack in the Box commercial that he's doing for his acting class, and he did a really good job. It was so cute. He wants to be like his big brother.
What do you call it?
I'm blessed with 4 boys.
Awaken the Dream School said, not lie, just not telling the truth.
Yeah, because Scorpio, wait, because come on now, Anjani, be nice. Now, Scorpio, like, I'm not going to vouch for the suns and moons, because my Scorpio moons be lying all the time. But that might be I think that's their Leo sun sign, because Leos be lying. Woo, Leos are messy and they be lying. Okay? They be bad. Like the Scorpio moon, they're more emotional and, got little kids slamming doors and stuff. But like Scorpio rising is like, I don't lie. And I'm far from perfect. I'm not a perfect human being, but I do not lie. Now, the Scorpio Suns, I don't know. They, you know what it is? They don't want you to know things about them unless they tell you. So if you find out things about them and they haven't told you, they're like bothered, or like, how you know that? You're like, oh, stop taking yourself so seriously. You're not that hard to figure out, or someone else told me. You know what I mean? That happens a lot with Scorpio Sun Signs. Us Scorpio risings, we're like, we see right through you.
You've done that like 3 times.
Huh?
So you've done that like 3 times.
Well, for 3 different things.
Well,
Look at the Gemini.
I'm just saying.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying.
What? I can't go close to the screen? Is that what you're saying?
It's just like, I don't know. I'm just
What, the effect of it?
I'm just pointing it out.
Oh, okay. What, you think I don't know I've done it 3 times?
I don't know. I'm just like
Listen to this. You see this? Ed McMahon, the sidekick, got a lot of lip tonight. Okay? Oh my goodness. He want to judge his father, trying to tell him how to go to the screen and not to go to the screen, or to not drop stuff on ya. Oh, for goodness sakes.
Okay.
Anything else? We're gonna get ready to wrap it up, but I'm telling you guys, you don't want to miss it. We're gonna chop it up, Anthony and I, Sunday night. Oh, there's a lot to talk about. The Saturn squaring this lunar eclipse, Gemini in retrograde, Venus and Jupiter and Aries. I mean, this energy right now, and people are going through it. And let me say, I pray for everybody that's dealing with serious stuff. You know what I mean? God knows I'm going through stuff. You know, might need surgeries. I ain't going to nobody's hospital anytime soon, though. But, you know, I've got to get MRIs done, see what's going on, see with the doctor tomorrow, pray for your boy, you know, the shoulders, the knees. But, you know, when you're in a coma, they're worried about your backside, so they don't place your shoulders properly and this and that. And, you know, and then they don't hydrate you properly. So you get dehydration, and that affects your tissues and the labrum and the shoulders and muscles. And it's pretty intense when you almost die. I gotta laugh at myself. But I like this though, right? My hair, you see, but the locks is growing, man.
Only for like a year and a half too.
Yeah, my hair grows pretty fast. I will definitely say.
I want to get my hair.
You could go.
Too.
Okay, we're gonna twist up his hair, but you can go back and watch my videos from like during the pandemic, like in 2020, and you can see like these little tiny little twists or whatever, and then you see it now, you're like, wow, you know. And I forgot what video it is, but it's around. If you see any of my videos on my list in 2020, because I got COVID twice, but I got it before people thought it was here in America, so I got it in January of 2020. And I did some videos like an Aquarius or a Pisces video. And oh my God, you could hear this deep, because I was like sick for 23 days and it was the worst thing. Now it wasn't as bad as Delta. Delta is what almost killed me, that and the valley fever and, you know, them giving me steroids and all that crap. But the first COVID that I got, it was bad. It was worse than walking pneumonia, worse than the flu, worse than bronchitis. I've had all those before in my life. And I was like, this is something crazy. And I remember going to sleep one night and there was such a weight on my chest. And I was just like, I remember praying. I was like, Father God, I was like, please let me wake up tomorrow. You know what I mean? But I didn't have to go to no hospital or nothing like that. The Delta, my oxygen went down to like what, 40s?
Yeah. Well, okay. So we thought like the machine was broken.
Yeah, we thought the machine was broken.
Right? Because like, okay. So he's like, okay, obviously he's like tired and he's sick.
But I was still like walking and talking.
He was walking and talking and he was hearing fine. Well, actually, until like the last day, your hearing was a little bit off. And then like, you know, he was just like tired and stuff and sick, obviously, because he was sick.
Yeah.
All right. But we keep looking at this oxygen machine and it keeps like saying, and then we were getting worried because originally, my grandma, hers was only at 80, but she seemed like way worse than him. And he was like walking and talking and fine.
No, the minute she got to 87, we called 911 on August 27th.
I know, but what I'm saying is that you were in the 60s, but you were walking and talking fine. So you're just like, the machine has to be broken.
But it got down to,
you know,
and when I got in the ambulance truck, they were like, Mr. Taylor, we don't understand how you were even standing still, walking and talking. Like it must have been a time we called on August 29th. We called EMS.
Well, yeah,
it was like, what, 50 or 40?
Yeah, it was in the 50s.
Yeah,
I think it was like the mid-50s.
It was low. It was low. And they were like, they were amazed. But your boy is strong.
So we thought the thing was broken.
Yeah.
And like, I remember
just that New York City blood.
Yeah, it was just the morning too, when they were going to go get you. The only time you really showed like symptoms of like oxygen is when you weren't hearing very well. And I knew that was obviously strange because like your hearing was like crazy.
Yeah, my hearing is like a superhero. And you know, it's wild, you guys. So the boys were crying and they're loading me up in the truck. And I'm like, please, Daddy's going to be okay. But you know what's wild? This is August 29th, 2021. I said to them, and I don't know why I said it to my wife and kids, I said, I'll see you in October. Right? Didn't I say that?
Yeah.
And
then when you went
and
to
I was in a
the
coma from September 6th to October 13th. You know what I mean? Like I didn't see them and wake up till October. And I didn't get to see my boys physically. I saw them on FaceTime, but I didn't get to physically see them until November.
Yeah, because they don't let children in the hospital.
Because they weren't letting
and they didn't even let like mom in the hospital until you were like negative for COVID.
Yeah. My wife couldn't get to the hospital till September 20th. And I went into a coma, and my birthday was September 10th. I went into a coma September 6th. So you could imagine. And they just called her. Can you imagine getting a phone call, like literally 36 seconds, and like, Mrs. Taylor, we had to rush your husband to the ICU. Or his organs were failing. Death was imminent. Click. We'll call you back in an hour. Click. That's the call she got. Hospitals can't do better than that. I mean, that's insane to me. And it wasn't like a crazy, like, this wasn't, if you remember this past September, it wasn't like a rush of crazy cases. Now Delta was spreading, but it wasn't like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like in the beginning of the pandemic where they were like, total chaos. And then they called her an hour later and like, we intubated him and he was resting and we'll update you tomorrow and da-da-da. But grace and mercy, you guys. So thank God every day. But that's an example of Scorpio rising going through the pain, trauma, and crises, which I tell you, all Scorpio risings, and I don't want to scare anybody Scorpio rising that hasn't been through stuff, literally 3 to 5, 3 to 6 times in your life, Scorpio risings will go through major, major stuff. And you come back stronger. It's a gift from the ancestors. I will see you guys Sunday night with...
We just have a few comments.
Okay. Miss Anjani Seagrass. Okay.
So Jennifer said, I warn people about Scorpio men. I wouldn't suggest any woman to date one. Ha 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 ha.
Scorpio Sun Signs, not the rising now.
And then Callie said, yes, Scorpio men can be intense. And then Callie said, you're right. After my last relationship, I make sure all relationships are equal. Give and take.
That's right. You do that, girlfriend.
Jennifer said, sometimes I think I'm a genius. Oh, yeah.
Genius, yeah.
Okay.
Do you like his dramatic read? The actor. Any other comments before I go?
And Callie said, absolutely with you on that. I'll tell them what I want and how what it is. It's baffling how they ignore me and do whatever they want. Can we make the font a little bit bigger? I don't know. It's hard to read sometimes. Then act surprised when I'm not interested. Okay, that's a little bit better. Yeah. I'm always trying to figure out when it's the right time to ask what are your intentions related to me.
Yeah.
But from Anjani. And then Callie said,
who said that? Anjani said that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Callie said, such a doting father. Good job, Dad. And then Callie said, spot on the Leos, Libras, and something else too.
Yeah. And Leos are messes. Who are messy? Messy. You got to watch those Libras, very passive aggressive.
And then Callie said, ads. I don't know, because there's ads on the live or something. Ads. I ask immediately. It's like my second or third line in the conversation. Sorry. Mm-hmm. In the conversation. Then Jennifer said, have a great night, everybody. And then Callie said, night, Jennifer.
Yep. All right, Callie. Well, I hope to see you comment on different posts. All you guys, after I put this up, please comment down below and join us Sunday night. I will let you know. It'll either be 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. Eastern. We'll figure that out. But we will be on talking about the lunar eclipse, the Scorpio full blood moon, which goes from late on the 15th into early in the morning on the 16th. So that moon is going to be rawr. Okay. A lot of intense energy. This was fun like always. God bless you guys. episode 53, Knowledge is Love podcast. And you don't want to miss 54, Sunday Night Live. I'm out. And remember, go to the community, click on the link, and follow Sabale Pure Face and Body, the YouTube channel, and also on Instagram for my wife, Alana Taylor. All right? Peace. Later.
Bye.
Good night.